All good.
Hi, everybody. It's Ryan from Pie Records, and I'm here with the cool cats from Candy Smokes. How are you guys?
Hi, we're good.
Doing well.
Awesome. Let's start off by introducing yourselves and what instruments you play in the band.
Cool. I guess I'll go first. Mo Terrible, bass.
I'm Jess Terrible, guitar and sing.
Less Terrible, drums and electric organ.
Awesome.
And it's terrible, sometimes pronounced terrible if depending on what regional dialect you have. In the old Gaelic. Anyway.
Where are you guys from?
Baltimore.
Oh, nice. So you're close. We're in Philly right now.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm end of COVID right now, down in Florida, temporarily.
Oh no.
That's why we all have to wear masks because even through Zoom, that if you're in Florida, good chance you'll catch something.
So you guys were on Gruesome Twosome, the comp. Tell me a little bit about why your cool garage sound appeals to so many people that it wound up on that comp.
Who wants to tackle that one?
I'll take this one, Mo. Basically, everyone's hungry. Everyone's hungry right now for the sound. We've got the sound. We're not the only ones who have the sound, but people recognize the sound when they hear it. And Scott, I think you know the Gruesome Twosome people, don't you? Or Mo, I should say.
Yes, I have Mo has a visceral connection.
Right. So
More like
basically, oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, it's we did it by merit, but also by way of connections. But they couldn't pass it up. They couldn't believe how lucky they got, and that's why we're on the comp.
So you guys have been
we have the now sound that the kids all dig.
That's awesome. You guys have been super busy putting singles out recently. What's been your motivation for the mad push?
Well, I guess we really just can't help ourselves but to just be a hit factory, just song after song. So we want to give the people what they want, which is really short, crappily produced songs. Well, I should say crappily recorded, masterfully produced.
Masterfully.
Not by us, but yeah,
It turns out you can polish a turd.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've learned just how well you can polish a turd.
That was definitely something we learned, especially through quarantine.
Yeah, we recorded a bunch of stuff last year, and separately in quarantine, and then put them all together and sent them off to masterful Dave Klein to master and mix, and we said, can you polish these turds? And he was like, I have a lot of experience polishing turds. Like his main job. He's really good at it. And he sent our stuff back and we're like, oh my God, it's astonishingly polished. It sounds great. So we did a bunch of stuff like that, and I think we were just like, let's get this stuff out now. I think if anything shown us, while we're during the pandemic, it's just like you can't wait. You got to get this stuff out and honestly, last year, what was anybody else doing? So we figured, well, let's just put some stuff out, give people things to listen to as well. We
Awesome.
wanted to see them out, and we recorded more stuff too. So there's more coming.
There's more coming.
So you guys put this out yourselves, correct?
So that
It's on Hidden Volume, Scott Sugiyuchi's record label.
Okay.
right. Yeah, so I guess what we wanted to do is we had a record label to put out all the digital stuff, and so just to get it out there. But I think the plan is we want to get them all together along with the other tracks that we recorded, and look for a record label to put out, vinyl at some point. So that's the goal right now.
So you mentioned Dave Klein. He comes up a lot when you talk about surf and garage bands. What's it like working with him, and what was he instantly like drawn to your music, that he said, oh guys, can I help you with your stuff, or was it something that you kind of had to hunt him down?
I think he heard the Haunted House song on that Halloween comp, and really liked it and contacted us once we put that out. So I think, right? Isn't that how he found us?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kind of got in touch with us, and then I remember, he was in the Bomboras, and he's played in Agent Orange, and he's produced and recorded tons of really cool bands. And I was like, oh yeah, this guy probably knows a thing or two about a thing or two. So we sent him some of the music, and he wasn't like, there's not enough money in the world. No, he actually I think, yeah, he really liked it, right? Yeah, he was, if I recall correctly, he immediately was like, yeah, I wanna do something with this. So and then we sent him the actual recordings, and then I don't know if he
He was like, oh no,
doubled
like
it
myself.
made a
We're
terrible
like,
mistake.
make it sound, yeah.
These
We're like,
guys are
make it sound
terrible.
good, but also still bad. And he got that. He understood exactly what
did.
we were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to sound great. We just want to sound appropriately
Yeah.
shitty.
Yeah, yeah, I think
That's
that's
kind of
that's
that's kind of the point,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah. We actually the on the compilation, the Gruesome Twosome compilation, we released that song Haunted House, and then we actually re-released that single digitally, that we had remixed it to sound even shittier, and I think it sounds better shittier. So we just, and purely by accident, and we were like, oh, this sounds really great, overdriven. And so we were let's rap. And so we're just like, yeah. But I think that's the Candy Smokes formula, to keep the songs short and just try to make it sound as real as you can. Like, I think having he understands that, like, putting touch polish on it and making it sound too produced kills the moment. So we don't want to kill the moment. So less fancy stuff.
So
We're like,
oh, go ahead.
opposite, just running on, rambling as I tend to do.
Oh, so where did you guys get the idea for your sound? Like, so some of your influences.
Hit it. Who wants to answer that one?
Buster Poindexter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually remember him.
How could you forget Buster Poindexter?
Yeah.
Who could forget that? It was in some other band. So
National treasure.
yeah, wait. So yeah, Jess, like, I remember when you and I were talking originally, we were talking about like our favorite bands. We're just like, what if we had a band that sounded like, had like the Kinks and the Mummies together? And we were like, those are our favorite bands. So those were like the starting points. But the reason that I think the band came together is that everybody has tastes all over the place, but somehow that all works. I mean, if you look at our what we like to listen to, everything from garage rock to punk rock, or everything weird. And then we all have the same sense of humor, which is kind of makes it sound the way it does intentionally.
Awesome. Awesome. One of the things you said about your songs is you like to keep them short. That would make for a great album. Like an extended album, because you just get one shot after another, kind of like a punk rock album. You have a ton of great songs, strung right next to each other. Is that what you hope to do, to put out a full length at some point?
Oh yeah, definitely. With Mo out of town, we've still been able to keep our remote recording going, just like we did all last year. And those first 4 singles turned out so good, and it's just like we can just keep doing this.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're just. I mean, I don't think we have any signs of slowing down at this point. So yeah, an album and like beyond, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was really happy to see the high output in such a short amount of time. It shows, that you're really into what you're doing and using your time wisely, I think.
Thanks.
I'm finally using our time wisely. Finally.
Somebody
It'll-
tell my parents.
Tell my elementary school teacher.
So
Yeah.
what are you doing right now? That Mo is out of town. Do you get to talk much? Are you doing a lot of Zoom calls? Are you doing some writing? I know you said you had some other songs. Are you adding to those?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're actually, we just recorded 4 new things, and I mean, they're still being added to. I'm basically the one dropping the ball here, because I have to put some more guitars on it, but they'll be done soon. So probably this fall, you can expect them to be released one at a time, like we just did. But I mean, we're constantly writing stuff. I know Mo is very prolific in that capacity, so he's always got some riffs up his sleeve. So we all just kind of add to it.
Yeah. I figure I've got a bunch of songs that are probably anywhere from 1:05 to 1:45. Fairly epic, maybe close to 2 minutes. I'm just kind of going through my prog rock phase.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's like you asked for Emerson, Lake and Palmer influences that have been kind of going through that next phase of Candy Smokes. So
That
songs
rock
would be 2
opera.
minutes. Rock opera would be good.
I kind of saw you going in that direction on your last single.
Yeah, there's just a little hint. Just like if you listen closely, there's some mellotron and some orchestration, just very faint at the end. That's just a hint of things to come for Candy
Giles
Smokes.
Martin is producing.
Yeah, it's great. It's some orchestral pieces that Les has been working on. It's one day when we have the money to afford that, we'll add
Yeah.
that in there.
Finally, a pop song that can adequately showcase a flugelhorn, I think, is what the world needs.
Yeah, I think that.
I don't know if the world has that at all. So yeah,
It does
Yeah.
not.
we do need
No,
that.
I checked.
no, but so we have a lot of stuff. We're also working on, we periodically print up stickers that one day we're going to mail out, and then we have the Candy Smokes fan club that will be starting up, working on the membership packet, and then of course the Candy Smokes zine, which is in the works as well. So we got a lot of work to do, but it's just about doing it. We all like doing. We're all creative people, so we have to have an outlet for all that. So Candy Smokes lets us do all.
That's a really interesting thing. I'd like to hear more about your Candy Smoke zine.
So we have a zine we started working on that's about it's got all the stuff that we like to do, right? So it's got comics and articles and just stuff put in records and things that we think that people should listen to because of our vastly superior taste in music. And
Cocktail
and
recipes.
then we also like to show off our artwork as well.
Poetry.
Yeah, some poetry.
Yeah, poetry
Um,
corner.
At the poetry corner. I think that in some essays. You know,
Yeah.
I think some things
So
about the
It's a compilation of efforts from Renaissance men and women, was what you would say.
yes, I think so.
Essentially, yeah.
I think it's yeah.
And also
we
us.
look at that, and and us as well. We look at this as a it's an extension of the band. Like everything that we do, I feel like it's like the zine's just as important as putting out the music and just as important as playing out or anything like that. So everything kind of all falls into the same bucket of whatever we release, and it's all guaranteed to be short and crappy. So that's good.
Are you still working on the first issue, or do you have some under your belt already?
Still working on the first issue. We got sidelined a little bit. But
Yeah.
Our Xerox machine broke, so we had to find a new one.
We've been handwriting each copy.
yeah, monastically. Yeah.
So are you gonna have these available when you put your songs out? Are you gonna have them available, like if somebody buys a song or an EP or an album, that they'll be getting one of those?
No,
Yeah.
no freebies. You have to buy everything separately. Sorry.
You actually have to buy each page of the zine separately. So
It's an
Oh, that's
installment
smart.
plan. Yeah.
It's like
yeah, that's really like page 3 now available.
it's like
Bandcamp Friday, page 3 of our zine will be available.
it's like a
You get the
twofer.
reverse side.
You get the ad space and you get the page to sell.
Yeah.